Today we're going to go over how to draw Godzilla. Okay, so Godzilla, King of the Monsters, let's get started, okay? You're going to be able to draw this as well. He's going to be aiming at the camera, kind of snarling at us. So first thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go over and we're going to draw his curve for kind of the top part of his mouth right there. It's going to be relatively kind of straightforward, I think, this one, but we'll see. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to draw a little bit of his lip. And then we're actually going to go all the way up here and draw a line right there, kind of to the top of his snout over here. Going to go over here to the top now of the snout, and we're looking at him, and we're thinking, okay, so wrap around the top right there. Sounds good. We're going to go over here, we're going to pull back. He's going to be making an expression of some kind, but we're not, we're totally sure, but we're not 100% sure. Gonna go right over here into his mouth itself, and we're gonna draw the teeth already. I know we're going pretty early on this, but why not, right? Why not make it early, make it quickly, and just kind of, it'll be a lot simpler to do it this way. There you go. Alrighty. And we're gonna go over here on this side now. We're gonna pull up right there for his eye. He's gonna be pretty mad. Line over here for the rest of his eye, and line right there. We can draw it like a triangle, which is pretty, I would say pretty simple. Pretty simple in general to draw it that way. Let's go over here to the left side over here, going up. Down over here. That's kind of like a little sliver of the far side eye, right? Because he's turning a little bit that way. Line right here for the two nostrils right there. Gonna go over here and pull a line down for kind of that skin area on the side of his mouth. He has like a little skin flap when he opens his mouth. Line down over here for his portion of that mouth right there. And we're gonna draw the teeth kind of below here. I'm kind of thinking, you know what, we gotta put these teeth in pretty quickly. There you go. Gonna go in a little bit more, and I'm gonna draw a little flat portion right there, kind of finishing off that portion of the mouth. Now we're going to go downward here, line underneath, and we're going to have the lower portion of his jaw. Back over here, up. Right on. Down over here, the edge of the side. Cheekbone over there on that side, and we're going to have his cheekbone kind of continued over here on this side. Brow, and a little bit of the brow right there, but we're gonna draw the curve right here for the flat portion of his head. He's gonna look a little bit, wild there. Line up, line up, line right here for some of the spikes starting, and we'll definitely get to those spikes. Don't worry about it. Stay at the end and we'll do that. It's only a little bit more. We're gonna get to it right now. Line over here on this side. Line over here on this side, out, down for the chest, in, and down right there. Line over here for the leg popping out. Okay. Upward over here, kind of, you see his little bit of his hand coming out, and we're going to draw his hand, which, you know what, it's going to be relatively, I think, easy to do that. So we're just going to draw a little shape like that for the thumb. Up around here. Curve along there for the fat pad of the hand right there. You see that on your hands a lot, on your thumb. Outward right there, we have one claw. Out over here, we have another claw. And outward over here, we have another one, right? And he has, I believe he has 4 fingers usually, I think. So we're just going to make it like that. If it's not, oh well. It's going to have to be the way it is. All right, we're going to draw his other hand over here. Line right there for kind of the back of the hand on that side. Don't worry, it'll look more like him when we draw the spikes right now. Up, down, in, like that. That same kind of hook shape for one of the fingers. Right over here for another finger. And kind of another one right there for that finger. We're going to draw that little portion of the hand right here, just kind of a swoop up. Line back, and then we can just kind of draw some lines right there to kind of make it blend in. And a line over here at the top of the arm. Let's get into what Godzilla is known for, right? And that's going to be his spikes. So right here we're going to draw a little bit bigger right there, zigzag over there. Line over here on this side, line up. Over here on that side right there. And up over here on this side. Over there, over there. There you go. And it's kind of going off the screen. So it wouldn't be Godzilla unless we're talking about like the texture of Godzilla, right? So first thing, forgot to draw the tongue right there. Line over here. Line back there, and if you really want to do this, you can kind of like fill it in. I think that's kind of the best thing you can do, is kind of fill in these dark areas, depending if you're going to color it later or not. But filling in these dark areas kind of serves a lot of good, honestly. And I forgot to draw this line right here, because there we go. See how that made a big change right there? So let's get into the texture of him. Line over here for the arm. Curve, curve, curve. Line over here. Down. You're going to put a little line straight down, almost like he's wearing like an apron or something. So line right there. And down over here. He's got that snake belly, right? So if you look at like the bottom of a turtle, or if you look at the bottom of a dragon, you just gotta draw thin lines across. Right there. Kind of has him on the leg, but not really. So, and then you really, really want the texture, right? That's always going to bring you through. So you want to do these little curved shapes over here. Curve, 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 curve. If you like this video, by the way, share it. You know, this is going to be like your main Godzilla source. There's so many Godzilla videos. I'm going to put like a, what do you call it? I'm putting a Godzilla playlist. It probably popped up on the screen a second ago, in case if you're, but who knows? Oopsie daisy. I moved it a little bit. But we're going to throw these little textures just all over the place, because we want it to kind of look like a lizard, right? And what we're doing is we're throwing in like these little textures as shortcuts for the eye, for the human mind. Shortcuts to human mind, right? That's what these things are for. Line over here, and bag into the eye right there. You can draw a little bit more, right? It looks a little built right here. Godzilla looks kind of buff, which is cool. Put a little shadow. All this stuff is extra, by the way. If you made it to this point, say hi to me in the comment section. I want to hear from you. It's going to be wild. We're going to see how many highs are in the comments. I want to see a bunch of them. And if you made it to this point, that means you'll hear this message right now. So I want to thank you very much for watching. Draw lines right there. But that's pretty much it. It's a simple Godzilla. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Request the next video, all right? And I'll let you know. See ya. Okay, so that was amazing. You finished this lesson, but keep it going. Keep the art practice going by clicking this video right here. It's going to be within the same theme, and you want to keep it rolling to get better and better and better and get that art flow going. So click right here.